Yeah. Depuis qu'il est content, ça c'est pour pas besoin de l'argent. Depuis qu'il est content, pas besoin de l'argent.
Pour j'aime sentir que moi trop content. Sentir ma vie tant qu'on président. Pour j'aime sentir que moi trop content. Sentir ma vie tant qu'on bouquetant. Pour j'aime sentir que moi trop content. Sentir ma vie tant qu'on président. Pour j'aime sentir que moi trop content. Sentir ma vie tant qu'on bouquetant. J'vis la vie m'tan kou yon big boss. Fèm senti m'fè tan kou mwi cross. J'vis la vie m'tan kou nek ki riche. Et m'pa riche, et m'senti m'big mich. Nan la ri, c'est tan kon Pablo. M'fè tche tan kon El Chapo. Fè l'argent, c'est tan kou Guito. Et na viv tan kou Tinino. Et pi m'tan kou yon gande l'écran.
So, you want to sell your soul? Well, today I want to talk about this thing here because there's a lot of misunderstanding behind this. You know, some people think, you know, I'm going to go to the crossroads and I'm going to sell my soul, just like a lot of blues singers did in the past. You know, some people think that selling one's soul is just filling out a contract to, you know, a music label or record label, and they think that's what it is. Well, it's very misunderstood because what we consider making a pact with the spirit, you know, and you know, is people look at that as selling one's soul. You know, and what usually happens in these dealings is that people end up getting fucked up in the long run. Why? I'm going to get to that. So I want to basically get y'all into the introduction of what people think selling one's soul is. Basically, people get a pact confused with selling one's soul. You know, the pact is, hey, I need your help, right? I need for you to get me in on this job. I need you to get me a lot of girls. So they go to his particular spirit and they ask the spirit to help them with that. But in return, the spirit needs something in return. You know? So why some people usually get the short end of the stick in arrangements like that is because just like clients who do spiritual work for people, the clients want to get slick. They want to run off. Basically run off on a plug. You know, basically they go to a spiritual worker and when they get what they get, they want to come out and say, oh, you know, I'm done. You know, I don't want to, you know, I want a refund and stuff like that. You know, so they try to get slick with stuff. So it's the same way some human beings try to get slick with the spirit that they're dealing with. Where they get what they get. They see all the riches. They see all the fucking money. They see all the women. They see the fucking nice car. And now they're ready to say, fuck this. I'm done with this. And most situations, it always ends out not so pretty in the long run. I'm gonna give you guys a story. I remember there was this American lady. I told her, listen, if you want to gain assistance from this spirit, this is what you have to do. On X amount of day, this is what you have to give, right? So this individual chose to go 3 weeks without serving his spirit or following their contractual agreement. So you know what happened in that scenario? Her friend was driving on the highway one day. Out of nowhere, a car comes from the side while they're trying to make a turn. Boom! Car flips over, rolls over whatsoever. Friend driving the car, end up busting herself up. The person that got to work for me, head was filled with glass. Head went first to the windshield, busted her whole forehead open. Glass was stuck in it. Yeah. Ever since then, I never heard from the client. There's people out here that figure, hell, I remember there's one guy years ago. I remember he asked me to hook him up with a spirit for gym work and stuff like that, you know. So I gave him what he asked for. He started getting a lot of business. Business started rolling in. Money started coming in. Then all of a sudden, I hear months later, this guy checks into a psych ward you know, because he's hearing voices and his mind is not there and stuff like that. He says he's suffering from all types of schizophrenia and depression. And I asked, what did he do with the work? I asked him, what did he do? He said he stopped. See, the thing is this, when you make it a contractual, you make a contract with a particular spirit, you can't just say, I'm just going to stop whenever the fuck I feel like it. When you agree to make a arrangement with a spirit, what some people call a pact. This is an agreement. This is not a temporary agreement. This is a lifelong agreement. And you can't sever that agreement or else there can be consequences. Depending on the spirit that you deal with, the consequences can be mild. Some consequences can be great. It all depends on the spirit that you have your arrangement with. Now, this in its rightful sense is what some would consider a pact with a spirit. You know, not every spirit is evil, and not every spirit is good. It boils down to who you choose to have an agreement with. Now, let's move into what is actually selling a soul. What happens in this situation? This goes on all the time in Haiti, where we may have a reckless family member, a reckless friend, a person that like borrows money all the time and they basically never pay, or someone that's causing problems in the community, someone that's causing, you know, issues. Let me give you an example. When I was a kid, there was this Haitian guy by the name Mean Thing. He was deported from Miami to Haiti. Mean Thing was straight out of prison, or well, what Mean Thing means, what we're trying to say in our accent is mean thing. You know, so he came back from Miami, big, bulkhead, you know, thick as an ox. You know, very aggressive, bald-headed, aggressive, angry Haitian, you know, American dude. You know, what happened was, he was a Billy Badass, and, you know, he came down to Haiti with that, you know, that gangster Miami mentality. Main Thing liked me. He was a cool guy, older guy. I was a young kid. I looked up the Main Thing like, yeah, man, I want to be like Main Thing. Main Thing's big and buff, man. And, you know, Main Thing goes walking down Delma one night, and he gets into some scuffle in a Gaga band, and, you know, I'm the big bad motherfucker. What you gonna do with me? So one day I come from school, I say, I haven't seen Mean Thing a while. Where's Mean Thing? You know, they tell me, hey man, they ate Mean Thing. You know, Mean Thing, he died randomly of some type of fucking illness. You know, one day he was alright and the next day he was dead. Doctors don't know how, they just said he died of some illness. And this is pretty much one side of the story, because come to find out, what we heard was that someone sold Mean Thing to a job. Now, a job is a very demonic spirit, a very evil spirit. You know? So, I say this to say to you is that when he was given to the spirit, whomever sold this guy, they are supposed to receive blessings from the spirit taking this individual. I can give you other examples. Well, I'm not going to go too much in detail, but I would definitely say this is that we have a lot of people that go to certain spirits when they have someone bad. They feel like, you know what, I need some blessings in my life, but some spirits will say, well, if you want these blessings to happen, you need to give me someone. Oh, here goes. I'm not going to give you my sister. I'm not going to give you any female that I'm seeing. So what options do I have? If I'm that person, I'm going to think I gotta basically give someone that means the least amount to me. You know? So what happens is, well, they converse with the spirit and they say, hey, this is the motherfucker I got for you. Instead of it being a bull or a goat, they say, hey, I got this human being right here. here's this information, here's this picture, and you know, I give this guy to you, you give me what I need. This is the true way of selling a soul. You don't sell your soul. What you do is sell the soul of an enemy to a spirit, and that spirit begins to suck the life out of that individual, everything out of that individual's life. As that begins to occur, the spirit begins to give you pieces. You know, they begin to give you little blessings here and there. You know, you start seeing money coming in, overtime coming in, based off the fact that the spirit is sucking the life out of this individual as well as his family members and his kin. So when we're talking about pacts with demonic spirits and selling one's soul, this is something that a person has to understand. You know, because you can't just be saying, oh, mixing these things up. It is a true phenomenon. I don't want people thinking, oh, this is some superstitious stuff. This happens all the time in Haiti.